Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Heartwood Turning in the Stable Studio. I'm feeling a bit depressed this evening, so I'm having a cup of tea. Tea fixes everything, apparently. Did you know?
Yeah.
First things first, let's see who we've got in the background. What was it? There we go. Look. Hey. Oh, who's that there? Oh, we've got a stack of Doonbar.
It's the Tower of Doom.
It's the Tower of Doom. That's just about like this bowl I'm turning. The Tower of Doom. Yeah, I know. We've Joe, senior from Yorkshire Grit fame. Our singing voice may not be required. We've Steve from SK Crafts.
Hello.
The man who needs no introduction, Mike Walt.
Good evening, all.
I maybe shouldn't have introduced him at all, but no matter.
Thank you.
And we have Lewis, all the way from Canada. Hi, Lewis.
Hello.
Right, get back round again, Glenn. Cheer up. So, those of you who were here today earlier will have seen the beginning of this piece. I had a large, well, not that large a piece, but it was a burl piece, or a burl piece if you're in the UK, or a burl piece if you're across the pond, that I turned into a shape, which shall remain nameless currently. So we're going to finish it. We're going to hollow out the inside, and then we're going to finish it this evening. That's the plan. So I'm going to crack on, get it on the lathe. Yes, mate.
Clock started.
The clock is ticking. He's only got 4 tins, so we better get moving. Right, if I get this on the lathe, somebody can read out who's in the chat, and I'll go to that camera. This is the said piece of burr, and I'll crack it on there. Did my fall on a stony silence there? Is we not really?
No,
we're still here.
It's not seen Brian's lunchtime. If you go back and watch Brian's lunchtime, that's how he got to this stage.
That's how we got to this.
After this live.
Yeah, you can do it now if you want, but or you can go back and watch it later.
I will read who's in the chat.
That's actually in the middle. I can't believe that. Go ahead. Hurry up.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome. So we've got Pete at the. Pete was first, actually. We've got Jennifer Craft and Creations at door 60. Dave O.T., Gerard the French Turner.
Hi, Mr. O.T.
We've got Malcolm Douglas. We've got Aston, I Want to Make Stuff. Richard Phelan.
Turn the speed down. Start the lathe. Let's see how much speed we can get out of this.
Oh, we've got Lewis, the Klondike Craftsman, as well.
Oh, he's in the chat as well. Wow.
Yes, he's in the chat. He's getting around, this fella.
He's multitasking.
We've got David J. Heath. We've got Steve as well. He's in the chat.
Oh, no.
I know. We've got Brian Eltonera de Madeira.
Yeah.
I love saying that.
We've noticed. Just try to get that to focus when it's not playing.
We've got Tonic Links of Woodworks.
Stop that. Try that again.
We've got Susie the Swiss Woodturner.
That's good. Lock it there.
Well, it's supposed to stay there now because it's on manual focus. So. Right, so the first thing is, just pause a second there, Joe. I'm going to take this top inch off of this. If you get, guys were here, we decided this was going to be the height of it here because of this inclusion. And we want to try and get rid of a bit more of this flat piece that's here. Yeah, not flat. So we're going to take the top inch off it. So we'll just do that first. Face shield on. On you go, Joe.
Thank you. It's jumped, so we'll have to
start again.
Oh no. I was on John Mooney, I think. Did I say Susie Swiss Wood Turner. Anyway, I'll keep going from where I am. Yes, it was John Mooney. We've got Tony Smith, Ward Wilson. We've got Webfoot Resin and Wood Creations, Michelle Higgins, Roger Kent, Door 60. I think I might have said Door 60. James Crawford, Terry Bartlett. William Kenny,
Brian, can you let Mike back in?
Neil M. What's he done?
Thank
Welcome
you.
back, Mike.
That's the other button,
Thank
Mike.
We've got the Wood Dude, Keith Jarvis. Larry Nixon, Barry Chitty, Doug Miller. Laurie Soberage. If that's
That's a
the
new
name.
name.
Oh, welcome,
Yeah.
Lauren.
I'm hoping I got kind of the pronunciation there.
Yeah, kind of will do.
Ah, well, you try it, mister. Robert Buchanan.
It's not
Brian,
my
can you
fault.
check your shock a minute, mate?
You think it's loose?
Something's changed.
Andy H is for turning. DJ Brinkley. And I believe that is it for now.
I think right.
So, good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Bit of a crack
Good
there.
evening, everybody, and welcome.
There's a bit of a crack here, which comes down here. But I super glued that earlier. And there's another little crack here, which I've super glued as well. So hopefully that'll disappear. But there is a big crack right in the middle here.
Yeah,
So
I just saw
just-
something move. It just changed.
Is it? Okay.
It's kind of hard to tell on a picture, really.
Is that still green, Brian?
No, it's dry. So it shouldn't be changing too much. So I'm going to leave it close so I can just for a minute. Just to get a little bit of weight off of this. Just try and take this off. I've changed to 3/8 bowl, guys. Maybe just getting a bit greedy with a 1/2 inch.
Yeah, it could be. Gerard says, I suppose that would not happen if Brian did have an SK114.
No,
Very true, Gerard.
absolutely not. Very true. Wise words, Gerard.
So the debate earlier was, how thin are we going to try and make these walls?
A couple of mil.
That fit.
So let me just do something about there to start with.
Stephen the Wood Dude is saying, I'm sending positive dude vibes for this returning, as I have got to cook now.
You've got to what now?
Cook.
Cook.
Well, you've got to cook.
Cook.
Yeah, C double OK, yeah, cook. That's what I said.
Did you?
Charlie Taylor's just joined us. Good evening, Charlie.
Hi,
Evening,
Charlie.
Charlie.
Ward Wilson says, make them as thin as Mike's spalted stems with same results. Thank you. Have I ever got to? I've never got to live anything down. I do.
No, you're not, mate.
No.
Not a chance.
As I keep saying, I don't understand why people keep making fun of me because I never do it to anybody else.
Sorry, did somebody say spalted stems there?
Oh, shut up. Get on with your turning.
Okay.
But it was deliberate, of course, to show that three-piece goblet has advantages.
Yeah, okay. I'll go with that, Pete.
Right, now that I've got a couple of inches out of that, I'm going to have to decide on the wall thickness.
Can you stop it a bit? Ah, right, okay.
Don't want to be too thin, do it? That won't look right.
No, don't be too thin. What's that? What's that there? About what? 12, 15 mil?
That's about 10 mil-ish.
10 mil.
Let me
10
get
mil
my
sounds
little.
about right to me.
It's maybe
Yeah.
just a little. Maybe just a little. No, it is 10. Yeah, it's 11 mil.
Yeah, that looks to me, and again, I hate to agree with Pete. It looks about right.
Well, we'll leave it at that for now. See how we get on. Going all the way down.
Yeah.
Because once
You've
we
got a
get down
super
there,
chat from I Want to Make Stuff. He says another £2 towards the SK114.
oh, thank you very much, Aston. Only another 400 super chats to go then.
Ivy Woodshed's in. Good evening, Andrew.
Hi, Andrew.
I wonder could I take away that tail stuff? We'll just lose a little bit more weight first. Oops, Maurice is vibrating.
Daily Woodworks, is it? Evening,
Chris.
Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris. Welcome.
Pat Cummins is in. Hi, Pat.
Hi, Pat.
Evening, Pat.
Well, that's hard. We're getting loads of inclusions down in here. Look,
Yeah.
the thing is bouncing about like a mad thing. The bore on this was much, much deeper than we suspected, guys.
Yeah.
Now's the time to start sharpening regular.
Mm.
And this
Yeah,
spindle bit in the middle here is all cracked and broken. I'll have to take that off.
Yeah, take the tailstock away now. Be alright.
Take your tail
No.
stuff away and hope for the best. Is that what
He
you're
says-
saying?
Yeah, it'd be fine because I've got my face shield on and,
No, it's fine.
Lionel
Nigel
and
I'll just
Lionel's in.
Oh,
Good
Lionel.
Nigel.
Good evening,
Nigel.
both of you.
That's it. I'm fed up.
Good
I'm fed up
evening.
now. Enough now because I've just stabbed myself with the elbow stabber.
Douglas Mungham's in. Good evening, Douglas.
Oh, Douglas.
That's your fault, Mike Walt. You forgot to tell me to take it out again.
What, the elbow
I
stabber?
gave you one job. Make sure
I
you
know.
take the elbow stabber out.
Well, if
One
you
job
done-
he had.
If you did what I suggested many months ago, just get an old stopper that goes on the end of a walking stick and stick it over it.
Stick over the elbow stabber.
That's what I do. You don't have to worry about it then.
It's out the way now. It's gone.
Oh, well.
I want to make this nice and kind of try and make this match the outside. Do I really want to do that? That'll be a
Boys the
finishing cut.
boy.
Roy's the boy, hi Roy. That'll be a
Hi,
finishing
Roy.
cut on that rim then.
Douglas, the other earworm tonight is Lewis, the Klondike craftsman from Canada.
And he's not saying very much. He's being quiet tonight.
Hmm.
I'm watching in awe.
That doesn't sound right.
Record power, I'd say. That's take it the one's an Axminster bandsaw, is it? The BS3 50S? Oh no, that's
BS,
That's
the
record power,
BS3,
isn't it?
BS350 is a record player. That's what I have.
I'll go with the Sabre. I would 350.
If you want a bandsaw, go with the Sabre is right, because the only difference is it's got a different fence. It's got a kind of better fence, and there is roller bearings on the guides instead of the metal discs.
That's going to be a big plus. Nigel Foster, everybody's getting on the bandwagon tonight. Mike, I understand that your 3-part goblet became a 5-part last night.
7.
I like to give good value, Nigel.
John
Value for
from New
money.
Jersey joined us. Hi, John.
It
Hi,
was
John.
good value last night. It was funny.
Evening, John.
Yeah,
I'm glad you,
We're going back and
Even
having a look
John.
at.
glad you enjoyed it, Brian.
Mike,
Yeah, we did,
Mike
right?
sat there crying all night, and Brian enjoyed it.
Yeah. Oh, Pete and I loved it. It was great fun.
Yeah.
Benjamin's in.
Hi, Ben.
Susie the Swiss Turner loved it too. She kept shouting at Mike, "Camera!"
Yeah, instead of the Pro Age, we've got quite a bit of Mike's elbow last night.
Yeah. A smart elbow, though, isn't it?
I've just added a bit of speed to that. And I'm taking
cap-
lighter cuts.
You got a captive ring there as well.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Roy the boy has finished his matching salt and pepper sellers.
Well done.
Shakers.
Well done, right?
And Ben says, "Oh God, Brian again. Now I know how Michelle must feel."
Nice
What was
one,
that bit
mate.
of cheek? I don't believe the cheek of you people.
Thank you, Susie. You're very kind. I'll send the check in the post after I get my check off Lewis.
That's wishful thinking. He's a Canadian.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I'm meeting another Canadian in a couple of weeks' time. He's stayed over here for a month, and he's coming. We're going out for the day.
Excellent. Now Todd says, "Mike, you did a good job showing us how to recover from a failure multiple times."
I'm very adept at that, Todd. Believe me, recovering from failures.
I think we all get good at that.
It's a little bit like when I tried to do a bit of kayaking. I was absolutely hopeless at kayaking, but I became very, very, very efficient at righting the kayak. So when I was underwater, that is true.
Well, that is tough in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
go back to the half inch if I was you.
Yeah.
The Wood Dude says, "Who needs Netflix when Mike Waltz is on?"
Try
I'm
a
just
half
gonna-
inch beat, but I think it's too heavy.
Lower the Taurus a bit.
Light cuts and it'll absorb more of the vibration, Brian. That's eating it.
Not very exciting for you guys, that's just.
Oh, it is. It is for me anyway. I want really good tool control,
It's just a big goblet at the end of the day.
good skills. Okay, back all of it then. Go on, back all of it.
Dave Oaty made a TARDIS bath today. Made the inside bigger than the outside.
Yeah, I've done that a couple of times.
That piece has moved a lot.
If you, I've on a stuff made a comment there, Brian. If you just tilt your rest in a little bit, give you a bit more stability.
Yeah, just look at that in there, boys. That's gorgeous.
That's fabulous, isn't it? That's what's giving you the trouble.
But it is, it's bouncing all over the place.
But it's well worth it.
It's moved a lot too, I think.
It's like it's almost like a pomegranate in there.
Yeah.
I think it has moved a little bit, Lewis. I think you're right.
Thank you for that, Ben. I really can't wait to meet you in person.
Nigel Foster said Brian's is going to have a rolled edge.
If it is, it's getting done with 80 grit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's by the face, just like you all rolled in.
Yeah, you gotta get that rest in there a little closer, Brian. That's a long way.
Before I get any further, I think this needs to be done.
Yeah, stand back and have a good look.
I actually think it needs to be a bit thinner. It needs to be, because it's about 11 mil here, but it's getting thicker as I go down, so we'll make it thinner on the way down. From about here. So that's either bravery or bravado. I'm not sure which. That's the left wing I'm cutting that with. Stop miles before I get to the bottom. And the reason I cut it with the left wing, because the left wing is still sharp. So I'm way over to the sharp up. And I'll give this a quick sharp.
Yeah, it's going to need that a few times, I reckon.
You can come and see my damaged, what do you call it? What do you call it?
For those of you that don't know, it's not that Brian's lazy that he doesn't want to sharpen. It's he doesn't want to lose the steel off the end of the gouge.
That's it. Costs too much, these gouges.
Yeah.
I did sharpen everything before I started, by the way, just in case you didn't know.
Woodworm.
And I've made the modification that Ben made to his Pro Edge, so this table just lifts off now, rather than have to remove this bolt completely. Real simple modification. See that? Just all you do is cut the bottom out of that.
Yeah, it's a good plan.
There, with an angle grinder, it just sits on.
Ben's asking, did it start since lunchtime, Brian?
The bowl? No, I don't think it has, but since I started cutting it now, I think it has moved a little bit. So we're relieving the stress that's in the timber. Did I measure that correctly?
And there's a few of us think that's because it hasn't got an SK114 on the spindle.
That's what it is. It's the problem with the chuck holding that holding this can.
Yeah, it might not be, but
it probably is.
I'm very envious, actually, Brian. You don't obviously have no condensation in your workshop, whereas most of the mild steel bits of my Pro Edge are a little bit on the orange side.
There is no condensation in my workshop whatsoever. And the heater I use is a dry air heater.
Right.
It's one of those little diesel heaters. So it's just air getting blown past a hot element. You have that big rocket burner thing.
Yeah,
that produces a lot of moisture as well, as does gas heating.
Okay. But the main cause of the problem, and I'm going to put a petition up, is my wife puts her wet car in here.
Oh, that's no use.
But actually, that's the secondary cause of the problem. The main cause of the problem is Mike talks too much.
You can always shut it off if you never bring it.
Yeah,
too much hot air.
Brian just said that hot air is good.
I said hot, dry air, not hot air.
Okay.
We've got Steve Fleming in. Good
Hi,
evening, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Norman Greenwell's just joined. Hi, Norman.
Hi, Norman.
guys.
Norman, welcome. Totally agree with you, Dave, and
What?
Mr. Woodard.
Did you say back hollow, Mike?
Yeah, okay, all right.
Just like this, you mean?
Is there no beginning to this man's talent?
Nope. Just try and take off this little knob here. There's obviously more than one way to skin a cat.
I don't know about the people in the chat, but I am waiting with bated breath, waiting to see what finish looks like on that.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely.
Question
Hey.
from Douglas to you, Mike. How's your eyes now? Mike.
Oh, sorry, did you say something, Steve? My eyes are fine, just my ears are troubled now. They're fine, thank you. Yes, excellent.
Douglas asked the question.
Thanks, Douglas. Yeah. Very, very good indeed.
Oh, Douglas, did you get sorted out with your OBS? Was it Douglas that asked about that yesterday?
Yeah, I think it
Might
was.
be.
Wasn't it? Ward Wilson said it's over 37 degrees C here and totally dry. I don't have humidity issues. Oh, yeah, that would be too hot for me.
Yeah, it was too long for me as well.
See, I'm not the only one that presses the wrong button. Norman has said, hi, everyone. That said, I pressed the wrong button and closed YouTube. See, I'm not the only one. Welcome to the club.
The length of time you've been on YouTube, you should know better.
Oh, God.
That is supposed to be a finishing cut, and that's the bevel rubbing.
I put it down to poor sharpening.
I can't do much about that. There's a knot there, just
Yeah.
here.
If it was me doing that, I would be sharpening again.
Hmm.
And then I'd be putting the speed up by 250 RPM.
Sharpening
If you've got the weight out, you can.
Sharpening again, he says. Sharpening
Yeah,
again.
finishing cut.
You'll need new gouge by the time you're 70.
I
So
know,
you-
it's just ridiculous.
I'd set my tool rest in a little closer to that side too.
All good
Stephen
advice.
says, guys, my internet is bad in the kitchen. Keep me updated on the inside finish of the bowl.
So far, so good, Stephen.
Yeah, so far it's still on the list, Stephen. So Robert's survey recommended you do one wing, then the other wing, and then roll it over the nose.
And we all do it our own way.
That's what they recommend. And
That's
then I
good
give
to
it a run from one side right to the other, and we're done. That's how I do it.
Hodgepodge is in. Hey, Hodge.
Hi,
Hi, Hodge.
Oh, yeah.
You're just
Hi,
wasting steel there, Brian.
I know.
You don't care, do you? Just don't care.
No. I'll just get you to buy my new gauge.
Mike, when you
Super.
say you have condensation in a shop, doesn't vape stand for vapor? Yeah, nice Brian with a Y. Yeah.
So I can feel a lump, but I can't cut it for some reason. There's a lump just in here somewhere. Just there,
Probably-
right there. And I can't cut it.
If you look just before that, you'll probably find you've got a knot there.
Well, there's
Just
a great
there.
big knot just here, like.
Yeah, so you're bouncing off of that, which is causing you to miss that lump.
Oh well, I'll get it with the scraper.
bit more speed.
Yeah, I was
Full
going to
speed.
say, what's your RPM, Brian? Approximately.
Why is that vibrating now? That's 1,000 revs.
Hmm.
So that's 900. Let's have a go at that.
It's a burst, so the weight won't be evenly distributed through the piece, so you'll never get it in balance.
So your turning's in. Good evening, Tim.
Hey, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim. Evening. Welcome.
Hey, Brent. Brent Breakoff's in.
Hi, Brent.
Right, Brent.
Hi, Brent.
Hi, Brent. Hi, Brent.
Todd said, I'm pretty sure I just saw Maurice closing his eyes just then.
Maurice, you keep your eyes open. Mine's are shut. Goodness sake.
What dude say in question? Does Brian stick all the foilings from the Pro Edge together to make a new gouge? Just asking for a friend. Brilliant.
I've got a serious bad reputation here.
You have.
And it's absolutely unjustified.
Hmm.
What about that?
Generous to a fault.
So,
I
how
think-
much wood have you got left at the bottom now, Brian?
I don't know. Not me tell you. Let's have a look. See. Let's use this patented rangefinder or depth gauge.
Cool.
Go it over here.
I haven't got one of that.
Hmm.
You're done.
Yeah,
Not
do that.
much. Yeah, that's
Oh,
about it,
So,
mate.
so we're kind
Finlay.
of done. We're kind of done for depth.
Don't like the shape of the bowl, but don't know
Yeah,
who
well,
suggested. Don't know who
but this-
suggested that.
You.
That was that bloody walk bloke, wasn't it?
I'm telling you.
See, I would like to take some more off the wall to make it a bit thinner, so as I get some of these inclusions to come through.
Paul Finlay, wood turning at home, is in. Good evening, Paul.
Hi, Paul. Evening.
Can we have a look at the inside before you do that, Brian? 'Cause I don't think you need to. I don't think you need to make a hole there. You've got enough interest in that.
Yeah, I should say.
You imagine how
Yeah.
shined it with a bit of oil.
If you go too thin, will that not twist and warp?
Possibly. And break, hopefully. I mean, maybe. We'll risk it for a biscuit. Would you risk it for a biscuit or do it for a chewit?
Glenn's just joined. Hi, Glenn.
I'm going to use my 3/8 bow gauge and just take this down. One last. Shut up.
Anyway,
Glenn's just come in with some wisdom. Don't ask Mike for advice.
Thank you, Douglas.
Brian,
Yes. Oh, I know. There's a couple of little tool marks up there, but they'll sand out easily enough.
Yeah,
it's actually
got
just
rid of-
half an hour. I was
There's a
watching
little ripple mark down there as well. And what I'm going to do is just go across the bottom with my
God,
This beastie.
people are ganging up on me at the
this
moment.
beastie. This is a Crown Tools M42 Razor Edge. which is cut at 60 degrees. That needs to go down. Just to try and finish off the bottom a little bit.
Now we've got a couple of people not keen on listening to me singing. And then Susie says, Joe, how did you get the idea for the grit song and how long have you been singing it? People are going to say I've been singing it far too long.
Obviously, a lot long enough for the quality. Sorry, who said that?
We wouldn't.
And, well, it was created by a friend originally, so, and it's just stuck.
Right.
And Tim has asked a vital question to the chat in general. It's an important question. Custard creams or bourbon?
Custard creams.
I think that'll do cutting wise, guys.
I think
Bourbons. Sorry.
I think
Bourbons.
what I might do is just try and finish it with the negative reach
Why
paper.
were you,
Just to
Steve?
see, can I get rid of these little ripple marks that's in there?
Cheers,
Two little
Dave.
marquees. Is that focused? Is it?
You got to try and get rid of all them little divots as well.
Divots.
Be,
Divots in it.
be very gentle with that because some of those
Yeah.
Yes.
extrusions could pull out.
I find that the negative rate scraper gives you a much better transition at the bottom.
And Robert Hodgepodge said, look at that coffee cup back there. Horse is coming off.
Yeah, is it part of a cursor that you can
What?
see beyond the cup or something?
What's it this here? You look at my horses.
Yep, they're looking at your horse.
A lot of people are saying custard creams.
I don't mean they're right.
No, I agree with you, Steve, totally. It's got no taste. It just proves the majority of the populace just have got bad taste.
Roy said
Is that-
that I was doing that to Mike last night, so that's how I could have more beers. Roy, it's quite nice when you're doing this to have half-hour check marks.
Yeah, except you did a lot more for me than you'd be doing for Brian.
Well, yeah. We budget for that, Mike.
Is that a standard bowl scraper that you've made negative rate, Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an 1.25 inch scraper. Inch and a quarter, inch and a half, I can't remember.
Yeah.
1.5 inch scraper, and all I've done is
Negative it.
60 degrees on the bottom bevel,
Mhm.
30 degrees on the top bevel, and you only sharpen the bottom bevel.
Yeah.
Until you get right back to the edge, and then you can resharpen the top bevel. But that takes forever. That's kind of cleaned it up a whole lot. I'm just getting a little vibration up here that I can't fix. So I'm going to fix that with Etiger.
We need to organise a care package for Susie.
What's wrong with Susie?
I love custard cream biscuits.
Oh, does she? She can't get them.
I can't get them either in Switzerland.
Send me your address
Oh.
and I'll send you a packet or two.
Custard
You
and
say,
custard
PM me
cream
your address
biscuits.
and I'll send you a couple of packets. No problem, dear. Right, Sandy.
And Maud Wilson is indicating that watching Mike drives you to drink.
Let's
Yeah, we all had to have a few watching Mike last night.
Let me do this. I seem to have lost one of my little arbors from my power sander. Before anybody says, no, it's not on the end of the drill.
That is a seriously lovely piece of wood.
It is. You wait and see this when I put oil in this.
I would have never thought that burrow clean clear through like that.
Neither
No.
would I. That was a discussion we had for ages beforehand at lunchtime, guys.
We all
I
thought
don't
we was
know.
going to
We
lose it.
couldn't work out how much blur we had left in that. But it's all the way through.
And the Woodbooth says, if people want to see some serious entertainment, I've got a new camera and headset. Can I take the flak from the wood turning community? Of course
Yes, you can.
Stephen.
Of course you can.
I'll earworm for you, Stephen.
Brian,
Alexa,
you- Brian,
extract
You'll be
it
able
on.
to earworm for me on Thursday lunchtime, Stephen, and you can give me the flak to start with.
You might want to sand that in the other direction, Brian. You got quite
Sorry.
a hook. You got quite a hook on the lip there. You might want to sand the other direction.
This bit.
Yeah,
Well, I'm getting the bottom done first, Lewis. Then we'll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it might fall in. We'll do the bottom bit first, I think.
And Brent Beecroft says, don't you now wish you'd record it? I think you've got a recording system, have you, Brian?
Sorry, Pete.
You don't have a recording system, do you?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, not.
they don't work without an SK114 anyway, so.
No.
Or do they not? No, that's me
No.
screwed then. That's me beat. I'll never be able to afford one.
there was a lot of shaky
It's
bird
Mike.
on the bill.
Hold on.
Oh.
Oh, somebody's home. I heard my dogs barking outside and I had them locked in the kitchen.
Either Michelle's home or the dogs have worked out how to open the door.
Matthew is home. So I'll go turn the speed away now. And the lathe is running in reverse now. And that's what happens.
You've had a super chat from JP Woodworks.
JP.
Hi JP, welcome along, buddy.
It's the SK114 font.
Right, JP.
Hi, JP.
Got a bit of a step there somewhere. I need to try and do something with that.
Just posting in the YouTube channel name for the Wood Dude. Get yourselves along there and subscribe, ready for when he starts doing lives, which will be soon. The Wood Dude, you will get the going rate for wood earworming, and you'll get the same as everybody else, which is nothing.
Apart from the pleasure of taking the
And
biggie
abuse.
out of people.
Oh, yes, lots of abuse.
There's a lot of sodas coming out of there. Oh, it's good. No tool marks left. There's a lot of sodas coming out of there. Oh, where did I just get the big echo from there? Somebody's got YouTube on, guys.
Sorry, it might have been me.
Just sub Steve.
Ooh, that's looking pretty.
It is. What are you going to do with that?
This flat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you
just
say
watch.
you're going to soften it a bit? You said.
I'm going to soften it right now.
Oh, right. Is softening that a bit like a rolled edge then?
Yeah, softening it is just taking it down and making it the same thickness as the rest of it. Watch.
Oh, right. Okay.
For the newer turner, when you actually do this sort of thing and you stick that pin in your lathe, be careful not to turn it on before you take it out again.
Yeah, very true. Doesn't do your belts a lot of good.
It's only for the newer turner because all the experienced turners have already done it a couple of times and they'll remember it now.
More than a couple. More than a couple. It's even worse if you decide you want rock solid. You want it to be rock solid. You put in your index in pin. You know, you screw that in. Nothing moves if you turn on with that on, apart from a screeching noise and smoke coming from the headstock.
Yeah. coming from the
Yeah.
catching fire belts, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm told, anyway.
And I don't know how you'd ever find that out, of course.
Well,
Just give that a little rub there. So what I've tried to do there, guys, is I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but the grain pattern on here comes and turns and goes down and then comes back up again. So I've just tried to follow that grain pattern a little bit. I need to go just a little bit further about there somewhere.
JP, have we got
Woodart,
Virtually Crafty coming up? Have you got a link for that? Yeah, we'll put it in.
I think Virtual Craft is on this Saturday,
Hey.
Yeah, that's why I'm just asking JP to chuck a link in if he's got one.
but I haven't got the link myself. I haven't. I think I've seen Wayne advertising it today in one of the
Good
many
evening.
forums that he posted.
Good evening, RPM.
RPM.
Joined us.
Good evening.
good evening and welcome.
So that's softened that up, and it actually looks like it's following the grain of the wood.
Yeah, it looks good.
We'll live with that. The inside is void of tool marks. Yep. Let's go up a couple of grits and see what happens.
I still say that shape actually does go well with a figure.
Mm-hmm.
I think it shows it off to its maximum.
Adam
That's
from
my
Woodart
opinion.
who's joined us. Good evening, Adam.
Hi, Adam.
Hello,
Adam.
Adam. Good evening.
Hi, Adam.
I'm told suggesting that Brian should get a badge of courage for turning this.
You've been drinking too much courage for the sound of it, Pete.
Yeah, I've had a couple.
Well, you've
Also forgotten to eat because Brian wouldn't let me out of the workshop earlier.
Terry's the man to see anything badge related.
I've got a badge. I've got a badge. Hold on.
Oh,
Come
God,
on.
here we go.
I've got a badge, look.
Yeah. No, that's not
That's
a
my
founder
badge.
member. It's not a founder member badge.
Ah, shut up, Walt.
There's a question from Susie. How will you finish this, Brian? Just oil?
I'm thinking Danish oil currently, but I could be open to other suggestions.
Danish
there's
oil
a better
sounds good to
suggestion.
me.
Yeah, that's what I would do, Danish oil for sure.
Okay, there is no website link for the virtual crafty this weekend. It starts at JP's at 10 a.m. British Summer Time and goes from there.
Yeah, once you're in, you're in. Basically, it just keeps going.
Yeah, I'm sure Jamie will have the links to the next one below his and so on and so forth.
I think I need a new piece of 240 grit on there. That's a bit dilapidated. 240 grit. There we go. We'll be sanding to 400.
Robert has suggested, nice idea putting your age on your smock.
Yeah.
Shane Hurst has just joined. Good evening and welcome, Shane.
Hi, Shane.
Lots of dust.
I was going to suggest that actually, Ben. Ben says that he thinks Danish oil will be too glossy. He'd go with matte lemon, or do you have Martin's citrus oil?
No, I don't have a citrus oil. I do have lemon oil.
Yeah, I think, well, I tend to agree. Shiny is not going to enhance it, in my opinion. But there you go.
What's the consensus in the chat about that?
We all know what my opinion's worth.
Yeah,
Diddly
not much.
squat. Diddly squat.
Much.
Less than that.
Not much after today's performance.
Oh, for God's sake, shut up, man. Get on with it.
You'd have to put a lot of coats of Danish oil on and buff it up to get it shiny, though. It's not going to be shiny. But I'm not familiar with lemon oil.
Yeah. But I have to say, Martin's citrus oil is lovely. It gives a sort of nice matte sheen, and it smells gorgeous.
Well, I've actually bought a can of Martin's citrus oil.
Oh, right.
So I'm only halfway through the lemon oil at the moment. It's all what I do with Martin's at the moment. Just take the top off, have a good sniff, and then put the top back on.
So I'm having to do this bit stationary, guys, because every time I hit that bump, it misses the sandpaper misses this bit.
Yeah. Richard Phelan says he likes Danish oil on elm burr.
I like Danish oil as well, Richard, I have to say.
Hi, Shane.
Susie's asking what the difference is between lemon oil and citrus oil. Different
No.
brands.
Lemon oil
Lemon
comes
oil
from
is a chestnut
lemongrass.
product, and citrus oil is a unperfumed product.
Adam's asking if you clean the pores with mess than lemon oil, but those pores, if you can blow them out and not use mess, is better.
Yeah. And Todd's
That's why I'm
asking a
trying-
question: can you put polyurethane over Danish or lemon oil? My answer would be, why would you?
Well, I can feel the air coming through. Onto my hand underneath.
Right.
So we've got bits that have penetrated all the way through.
So you can't market it as a soup bowl anymore.
No, it's definitely not a soup bowl. Could be a pudding bowl, though. Could be a pudding bowl, the shape of it. I'm blaming Mike Walk for the shapes. Right, done with these
No
tools.
No comment.
I won't be cutting any more with them.
That's true when you're an influencer, Mike.
That's it.
Yeah, you forgot to put bad in front of that, Steve.
Oh, you? No.
Now, do we leave this plain or do we do something with it to
Oh,
embellish?
colour it for God's sake. Go on, get your airbrush out, colour it, stick some
Why not?
metal leaf on it. Go on,
Why
get in
not
there.
make some, why
Resin.
not
Don't
make
tell
some?
him. Don't tell him embellishing wax because he always makes a mess with that.
I'm not using
Yeah,
embellish.
don't use that until you've learned how to use it.
Yeah, I like embellishing wax. That's the
I did a
that's
video
the
the
only-
other day with embellishing wax. It turned out okay.
that's the only colour I use.
There is actually a sensible answer there from Robert Hodgepodge. You can lacquer over Danish oil, but only after
Yeah.
3 days.
That's
Yeah.
correct. That was the subject of a whole debate on one of my lives.
It was between Robbo and Wayne, I believe.
Correct. It's still a source of enjoyment and humorous banter.
Oh, that'll be a first on one of your videos then.
A lot of people are suggesting leave it as it is, Brian.
Did you not say you were leaving, Mr. Wolf? When I said Steve was coming, did you not say you were leaving? No.
I did, yeah.
He did
I
leave.
seem
once
to
you
remember
go
you
back.
walked off in a huff, but you came back. Damn. Shocking. What's happened there? Oh no, I think I may just find a tool mark. It's just tearite, that's what it is.
I'll tell you what, that is really, really good. Really nice.
It is, but I'm not very happy here now. I'm going to have to do a lot of sanding just here.
Rose says Steve's quiet.
Steve's always quiet.
I'm always stuck quiet. I'm a good boy. I sit in the corner.
Steve's
and
the
just
Steve
ignore
was
it.
brought in as a
sensible
colouring.
one in the family.
What a pathetic thing to say, Steve.
What's that?
Well, what you just said, I'm a good boy. I'm a good
I'm a good
boy, I am. Yeah, of course
I
you
sit in
are.
the
mate.
corner. I'm just absorbing all the information.
That's what Nicky tells him. Yeah, tells him he's a good boy.
Dave the Woodturner has joined us. Good evening, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave. How you
All right,
doing,
Dave. How are you, mate?
And wood turnings by Barry.
Hi, Dave.
Good evening,
Hi,
Barry.
Barry.
Someone else can read out Steve Fleming's question.
Steve Fleming said, question for Mike. How are your classes going on how to use masking tape? Mike has been officially banned from using that masking tape in public.
Yeah.
Until such time as he's in a full training course.
I did cross the line last night, though, just for a second.
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did
We
break
did.
the rules last night.
Right, we're done.
I have to say, it's a beautiful bow, but it would be enhanced with a rolled edge on the edge. I think.
You want that square edge to disappear, do you?
No, I don't.
I think I might soften it a little bit. It's a bit hard. It's a bit. I'll just run some 40 grit around it. 40 grit? 400 grit, I mean. Just to take the sharpness off the edge.
Well, that's ruined it now.
Yes, Mike.
Oh, I got cramp. Oh,
But it wasn't in your tongue.
Gav's
Have you
today
ever,
woodwork,
has
is
anybody
it?
ever had cramp in their
Hi,
tongue?
Gav.
Oh, Gav.
Oh, Gav.
Hi, Gav. Welcome along with it.
Hi, Gav.
Right, done with the sander.
Hi,
Finish
Gav.
sanding. Next thing is Danish oil.
This is the bit I've been waiting for.
I know. Alexa,
me
Kind of
too.
pop.
extractor off.
So Alexa, Danish oil.
Well, any turn the extractor off, does it? How are we doing for time, guys?
I haven't opened the next can yet. I will in 4
Boss.
minutes.
Or what Pete says is, I haven't
I haven't done it yet. I was going to use a cloth, but I'll use a brush.
It's only been an hour.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, just under 53 minutes. Seems
Cool.
like 2 days, but nevertheless.
Yeah, that's because you've been here for 2 days.
So I got 57 minutes. In 3 minutes, I open the next can.
All right. Yeah, you're right. It's 20:57. Oh, look at that.
Very nice.
It's a stunning bit of wood, guys.
That is nice wood.
I gotta swear, that is bloody gorgeous.
Oh, you used the B word
I know.
on my life. It might not monetize me now. Oh my God, what am I going to do?
That's all right. You're more than 30 seconds in. You're good.
I don't care. Yeah, they can only monitor 30 seconds at a time, I think.
The question is, did you actually remember to click monetize on this one?
I did. I didn't at lunchtime.
Again.
Again. Yep. See, the problem is I set it up on StreamYard on my iPad, and then you can't monetize it. You can't get onto the YouTube to monetize it on your iPad. You have to go to a computer to do it. So I keep missing it
You've given away 2 SK114s by now.
out. Yeah. Yeah. My revenue for the last 3 months is about 14 quid. Yeah.
At least.
Roy, it's Danish oil that Brian
It is
used.
Danish oil, yeah. Look, it's even got a label on it. Look.
Well, just because you've written Danish oil on there, could be hydrochloric acid.
That's Danish oil. Look, it says
Yeah,
Danish
yeah.
oil on the bottle.
Yeah.
And Brian's labels are always accurate.
Correct.
Gerard's asking if you've got a smaller brush, Brian.
Can't use too much at once, Gerard. Yeah. Clogs
It's
up
the
the
pro-
pores.
It's the
Can we
price
go
of
overhead while you do the outside, please?
Yes,
Yes.
dear, I'm doing it now.
price of Danish oil over here is very expensive, Gerard. That's why he's using it sparingly.
I'm using it sparingly at all. I'm just lashing it on. It's great. Look at that.
You could have got a smaller pot as well, Brian.
I could pour it on,
Yeah.
but I'm not
well,
going to.
No. I'll tell you what, that is absolutely stunning. It really is.
Glad you like it.
Brian?
Yes, mate, I heard that. I knew he was going to do that. Okay, we're nearly finished.
I'm on my second can of Diet Coke, if that counts.
Does, yep. I can hear an echo again. Somebody definitely got YouTube open.
It's not me.
That'd be
this
Steve.
time.
No, not me.
Not me.
It's not me this time.
I've already got pop-out chat on anyway.
You got your hearing aid on, Brian. Is that what it is?
Got
What
an
was
echo on my hearing aid.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Or is it the voices inside your head?
It's the voice. It's the voices. I haven't got voices inside my head.
That's what
Oh,
they tell you to
yes,
say.
Yeah.
That's what all the mad people say. There's no voices in my head.
Plenty
No,
of
what
wood
they
dancers
say-
have said, of course I've had cramp in my tongue.
Isn't that
My
right?
wife is 14 years younger than me.
Oh,
Who said that? Who said that?
Plenty of wood
Clean.
dancers.
Keep it classy, cunt. Keep it classy.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
It is a bit, I have to say.
It is gorgeous, but it's missing something.
You're right.
What, decent shape?
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say that too, but you
Yeah, I
beat me
know.
to
I,
it, Mr.
I thought I'd say it before you did. I
So
think
we
it, I think
Will you
that
let
shape.
that soak in
suits
and then
me.
give it another coat?
What you say?
Will you let that soak in and give it another coat?
I will, yeah.
Owl
Just get-
Davies has
I'm
joined
I'm
us.
just making sure it's got a coat. And what I'm going to do now is leave it for a minute or two just, and then wipe off the excess so that it doesn't sit too thick on the outside. Just let it absorb. It's absorbing here, but on this crane here, it's not. So, and the bits
Always
of
the
the
boys
bark,
asking how many coats would you give it?
3 to 6 probably.
Yeah, probably the same.
Depends how shiny you want it.
And the other thing as well is, you say, when you've got the sort of the bits absorb it more,
Mhm.
and then when it's full, it stands on the surface almost.
That's right. Yeah.
And then you know,
That's right. Then it'll
But
bleed
it-
out for a few days afterwards.
So I'm not doing more to it till. Oh, I should have resanded that, but I can resand it.
Robert is asking, how do you plan to reverse and turn off the tenon? I think you're going to do that next, aren't you?
I'm going to do that just in a minute, and I'll show you.
oh, can't you make it part 3 so we can go home?
Can if you want. Poppy pop, Mike.
I am home.
Yeah, so am I, but I'm at the garden.
Yes, I'll show you now how I'm going to reverse mount it. Right, let's get rid of that little board out of the way. Put it back on its nail.
Stephen said,
Boris
I've cleaned up and Brian still hasn't finished, photographed and presented it to the Tate Gallery of Modern Art.
No, I
Get the
haven't.
whip out, guys.
I'm going to send it over to you to photograph, Stephen, because you take better photographs than I do. I just stick them in a light box and press the button and hope it works. Yours are all kind of arty-farty. Lovely.
Roy's the boys got a question. Do you buff it between coats?
No. Just give it a dust down, make sure there's no dust or anything getting trapped in it. And
Yeah.
go for it, basically. So let's take that off of there. And set that there.
Martin at Woody's Creations is in. Good evening.
Hi Martin, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Martin.
I need to take this chuck off to aid me in the next bit of the process.
Right, you've got to put a proper chuck on now, are you?
No, he hasn't got a
Am
proper.
I?
Oh,
Yeah,
right, sorry.
I'm going to put a real proper chuck on this one.
Ah, that's a man's chuck.
It's a man's chuck, look. There we go. It's a beast, look at that.
It's only slightly larger than
that,
your
it's a
spindle. That's a
beast
lovely
of a
little
chuck,
chuck,
look
that
at
is. No, it's a really nice chuck.
Beast of
That.
a chuck. But I think that we decided earlier, I decided earlier, and in conjunction with my good friend Pete, we came up with this idea. Just to finish this off. Get in. That's the trouble with record power chucks.
It don't work.
Every
No.
The keys are
Sorry.
terrible.
Oh, they're the most ignorant thing ever.
The keys are awful and they're really annoying when you try to get them in, they won't go in. So if I just bring this tailstock back up. So I cheated a little bit, guys.
That's a very fancy friction drive.
Hmm.
It is a fancy friction drive. Yeah. I made it fancy. Just
Yeah, it's just something we worked on this afternoon.
I need now is a little thing on the end of my. If I can find the little thing I want on the end of my. There is it.
Tim is asking, is that the SK80? That's SC2, isn't it, that Chuck?
SC2. This is the SC2, yeah.
I've got one as well because Brian convinced me I should buy one.
Because Brian convinced him it was a great idea. They're really good for holding little stuff. And if you have them with these jaws, these are almost a zero clearance jaw. I think it's about 2 mil, isn't that right, Peter? Just 1.5 mil or something?
4 mil.
When they're closed? Is it 4 mil?
Yeah. 4 mil, yeah. But yeah, that's what I use them for most.
That's what I use them for as well. Yeah, there you go. So there's a little 4 mil gap in the middle there, but they're really handy little jaws for doing small stuff.
Perfect for sharpening your pencil.
And
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, yeah. And they live up there on my Chuck Buddy that Steve from SK Craft provides. So this goes in here, and this is going to be a jam chuck. So I'll put that in there. That just holds that in. I'll just give that a quick squeeze.
Well, I tell you, that's totally different to what I do.
Wait and see.
No, I'm sure it's going to be unique.
There we go. So that comes off of there. And then that comes off of there. Oh, open that way. That's the one. Take off of there, set that there.
Paul Finley's having to go.
See that, Paul?
Hi, Paul.
Yeah, Paul.
I want to make Stephen confused. What is he doing?
Just who's
Oh, you're-
confused?
You're confused?
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I know. Well, it better be.
That's what we've done, guys. This is the there. Now let's get that lamp out the way. Put that on there. There's how we finished
I was
it.
looking at this earlier, and we figured it would make a good trophy.
I'll
There's
tell
a
you
flat
what.
spot on that side to put in name badges for the trophy.
So if I just turn that, I'm going to glue this in, obviously. If I turn that there, so that's lined. This gap is lined up with the square face there. There you go. And that's it.
That is brilliant. Excellent. Yeah, love it. Absolutely love it.
So you can set that on your shelf, any direction you like, and there's a multitude of things to see in it. On the inside as well, there's just a huge amount of figure. You can be looking at that all day and never see everything. It's a fabulous piece of wood. Thanks very much, Richard, for providing that for me. There you are. There you go, guys, we're done.
Very nice.
Just like that.
Excellent. Excellent.
And Susie says,
You're laughing about
Maurice need to sit next to it.
Oh, he does. He always sits next to it. But the other thing I want to show you, just quickly, is you remember the little bowl I showed you at lunchtime?
Hmm.
Well, I've been playing a bit with that too. Hi, Maurice. There you go, buddy. If we go back to that, there's the same burr. That's the same burr on that camera now. There. But that was coloured with intrinsic colours flame. Inside and out. Well, I haven't lacquered the inside yet. So if you want to colour a bit of burr, intrinsic colours are the business.
Yeah, it still
That's
shows
good.
the burr nicely.
It does. It doesn't
Works well,
overpower the burr. And it's got copper inlay as well, so that's that little bit. It's just
Richard has said, my pleasure, Brian. Brilliant job on the turning.
thank you, buddy.
Yeah, reckon that.
So let's go back to there, and I'll just tip that camera down a bit so you can see that a bit more. There you go.
Oh, that is gorgeous. And I love the stand. Excellent. Excellent idea.
That is a
So
good idea.
Pete and I came to that conclusion today. It needed something just to lift it and elevate it a little bit,
But to mask
I'll
the
just-
shape, you mean?
and to hide the shape a bit.
Yeah, we
So
had to-
I'll just take it back off there. So we used the original tannin, and all we did was made a little tannin, and we put a little flat on the top with a little bead. And when it's joined together, you actually don't know whether the bead comes off the bottom of the bowl or off the bottom of the base.
That's superb. Excellent.
So there you go. And it just sits on it. Yeah. Left a bit of natural edge in the bottom as well. So you just line up the natural edge and natural edge and see how you get on.
That's brilliant.
Thanks, guys. So let me bring you guys back in on the picture. I know the shape was a bit funny at lunchtime, but we rescued it. There we go. Whew. 9:10. That's good. That was 2 lives done today. I'm
Not
pleased
bad.
with
You've
that.
got half a glass left.
I've got half a glass left. And plenty of time to get in and have one myself. Once I get tidied up, of course, because there's shavings everywhere now.
Hey, Lewis,
Come
you've
on.
got one coming on at 10:30, I believe.
I do, yes.
Yep.
Can you chuck a link in?
See, look.
Done.
Shavings
Is
everywhere.
that a
Look at this.
premiere, Lewis?
Yep.
There's shavings everywhere. Look at this. Look, shavings. Look. There's even shavings on the floor. My God, what am I going to do? There you go. Any questions then you would like to ask me about this piece of wood or anything we've done with it? Before we...
Benjamin
close?
said, very nice, Brian. Was the base planned all along?
No, it wasn't. The base just happened. It was a rescue mission after turning the base too narrow in the beginning. The problem we had in the beginning is we didn't know. I'll show you the other bit. The other piece of burr, which is the other side of that piece. This bit. This is the other half of the trunk. Let me just put that move camera on again. This is the other half. So when you first look at that, you would think, well, the burr comes here. But you've no idea how far down it goes into the wood itself.
Hmm.
And you can't really tell from there, because it's just, there's nothing to indicate that it comes any further through. So we were worried about that. If we took too much out of it, would we lose the burr completely?
Brian
that
and I
was the
were in
reason.
a workshop hangout this afternoon and just looking at what we've got so far, and the fact you need to change shape of a burr as you're cutting it because you don't know where it goes. And we came up with the idea of the base.
Yep.
Looking at it as a trophy type thing more than a bowl.
We could have that as a...
And Robert's suggesting, I think the problem was that you were listening to Mike.
How did you guess? That's
Well,
what
I
I want to know. How did you guess?
I still think it looks good.
I
It
think
does
was
look good
excellent.
now that we've fixed it.
Yeah, but
Oh,
it wasn't my fault that you cut the base too narrow.
Oh,
I
think
had
she
nothing to
I
do
think
with
she
that.
I think she just rolled that over a bit more there and then
I
head
had-
straight up to the lip. That's what you said.
I said that you should marry it up. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
'cause
marry it up. Marry it up to who?
That little concave bit at the bottom was totally rubbish.
Leave Maurice dead.
But-
Anyway, so we've another one coming, guys. But here, Steve. Here's the plan, Steve.
What's
You'll
that?
like this plan because I'm sending you this bar.
Really?
This is coming to you.
I won't film my life, sorry.
It will, because what I'm going to do is this bar piece here, the piece that goes all the way across there, I'm going to cut it across at an angle there and send you the bar.
Thank you.
So as you can do it in half and half resin and burr.
Half a resin and burr.
Yeah. So you can have this bar, stick it in a big pot, fill the other half with resin and turn something out of it.
That'd be
it's
interesting.
okay, Michelle's not in, so we can tell the truth. Brian's going to go out and buy a vacuum chamber, a pressure pot, and 5 gallons of resin.
16 gallons of cactus juice as well.
Yeah.
It's fairly dry, man. You won't have to put it in the oven for long. It'll be all right. I mean, Nikki doesn't need to know. You can just do it when she's at work.
God, no, my life ain't that lucky.
Oh dear. Right, guys, we're done. I think, are we? Nothing in the chat. Nobody asking any questions.
No, I don't think so.
Do you do house calls? No, I don't, Stephen. No, don't do house calls. To clean
You
it
can
up.
send you some, though, Steve. You can send you some shavings.
No, don't be sending me shavings. You send
No,
me a nice
you
piece of
send
wood
him
if you
some.
want. I'll take them all day, every day. But don't be sending me shavings. Don't need them. I've got loads. So,
One
we done?
question. One question
Yes.
before you go, just for the viewers. Can anybody identify that shaving?
Yeah,
That's resin.
wood.
That'll be resin.
And I've cleaned up twice, and there's
Ah,
still bits.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
there's
then,
a
Mike,
bit.
No, Mike,
But
it's
then-
wood.
But then, Mike,
Because
there's
you don't turn resin.
there's a thing called cleaning up, and then your idea of cleaning up.
All right. Yeah. No, I can't disagree with that. No. Okay.
So
Point taken, Brian.
I think what I'll do is I'll just put some of these shavings back in here and hope for the best. See will they recombine themselves overnight. What do you think?
Yeah.
Anyway, right, we're done, guys. Thanks all for coming in. Enjoyed your company this evening. Thank you, guys. Mike, Steve, Lewis, Joe, and Pete. And who's on next? Who have we got tomorrow? Does anybody know if it's Andy or
Andy
Keith at
or
lunchtime?
Keith, I have no idea. One of the two.
Kind of confused me, but Andy's just said bye. Oh, damn.
I'm
Cheers,
Anyway.
doing Brian's live on Thursday because
Correct.
Terry being absent meant that Brian had to do 2 today, so I'm covering Thursday lunchtime.
There we go.
I've got a
That's
really,
right.
really boring project to turn.
So
So we'll
Keith
do
is
that Thursday.
all right. Keith is tomorrow, and Andy must be tomorrow night then, or maybe not. Oh yeah, Tuesday night. You should be on tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And then we have Wayne on Wednesday again. Thursday we'll have Pete.
Is Keith
And
not?
possibly-
Is Scott not doing Wednesdays now? I thought
Uh,
Scott and
No,
Wayne
Scott's
was-
gone. No, I don't think so. I think that was
Oh,
just for 1 week or 2 weeks.
Oh, right, okay.
I think Wayne's on Wednesday. I think he said last week he was going back to Wednesday, Friday, Saturday.
Right.
Aye, Wednesday, Friday. Aye, Wednesday.
All right,
Friday.
it's Rich tomorrow night. So
Oh, Rich is on tomorrow night. There you go. So we'll have Rich tomorrow night then. Wayne on Wednesday. I think Scott's on Thursday. Friday is
Wayne at lunchtime, Steve in the evening.
that's it.
Battle of the
Wayne,
Makers.
and then-
Battle of the Makers
Oh,
Friday
Battle
night.
of the Makers is Friday. Yeah, absolutely, Steve. Come on, you're slow there, Steve.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Battle
Go
of
on,
the Makers is
Steve.
on. Don't forget to come over and see that, guys. We'll all be there. I'll be there. Challenging my brain cells again. Joe will be
Yeah.
there challenging our brain cells.
Brain cell.
hey, hey, hey. Don't choke on that
Oh,
orange
totally-
juice, will
Totally
you?
uncalled for. Totally uncalled for. But yeah, I like it.
Was that brave, foolhardy, or just plain stupid?
Nice one, Steve.
Plain
like it.
stupid.
I like it. All right, guys, that's it. So, and the Battle of the Makers on Friday, and then the Crafty Festival is on
Social
Saturday.
Crafty over the weekend.
Yep.
Yep.
Starts at
10.
10 a.m. UK time with Jamie's channel.
All day.
And if you look at anybody that's on, everyone should have a list of all the other
That's great.
through the day.
Excellent. Right, guys, we're off. I'll go press the button. Say good night, people.
Good night,
Good night,
guys.
Bye, people.
All the best.
Good night, people.
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
people.
See you
Bye.
soon.